And now then, guys, welcome to Straz Gaming. I'm Luke. This is Season 6, Episode 5 of my Leicester City Let's Play on Football Manager 2018. And I feel like this season we are going to break into the top 4, get to the Champions League, and just make it that one step closer to eventually winning another Premier League title for Leicester City. But it's been kind of all gravy since last time we saw us. Obviously, last time was the demolition derby, where Arsenal absolutely destroyed us. It's not really a derby, is it? But anyway, yeah, they destroyed us, beat us 4-0. We just didn't turn up at all. Absolutely shocking. But then we played Burnley. We won 1-0. It wasn't a great performance to see, but at least it was a win. I think, did he miss a penalty? I think Felix may have missed a penalty. Yes, he did. He took a penalty, missed it, and then scored it. That's what he did. Then we played FCSB. 1-4-1 quite convincingly. Iniacho, Dolberg and Martin Erdegaard all getting on the score sheet. And I tell you what, they've been playing really well recently, especially Iniacho and Dolberg up front together. So yeah, that's that. And that actually just guaranteed us a spot in the next round of the Europa League into the knockout stages. Then we played Huddersfield. We beat them 3-1. Again, McCure getting on the score sheet, Dolberg and Iniacho all getting a goal each, which is nice to see. Wolves, we won 5-0, and it was absolutely incredible. If we also have a look as well, I've been playing Nick James, the young left-back, the past few games, and he's been playing really, really well. We bought him in for the European game, and it did well. Then played in the game against Huddersfield. And then in Wolves, he popped up and scored a goal. It was his first ever goal for Leicester City, which is good to see. Iniacho getting 2 as well, Dolberg getting 2, McCure getting another 1. So the front 3 at the minute are scoring for fun. So today we're going to take on Galatasaray. We're at the top of the group. And if we beat them, we'll go top. We'll finish top and it'll be alright. And then we'll play Hull in the Premier League and just see how we get on from that. And then after that, I'm going to play a few games, quite a few. I want to get this season done as quick as possible, really. We are coming up to January. We are coming up to a transfer window. And I think there's going to be a few players leaving. And I'm just going to try and maybe bring in a couple of cheap youngsters if we can. I'm not too sure how much money I'm going to spend, but we'll have a look and we'll see. So anyway, let's get into the tactics screen. This is how the team is going to be lined up. Hopefully I've actually lined the team up to how I wanted to. Yes, so Klein's going to start because he wants to play more football. He's moaning about not being played. Same with Trent Alexander-Arnold, so I'm going to have to keep swapping and changing between them two. Zuma and Holding. I'm playing Holding actually in the centre. He's been playing a lot better than Gibson has. So Holding still in there. Nick James is going to start this game. Toussaint, Ndidi, Wilshere, McCure, Iniacho and Dolberg up front. Bench-wise, we've got Chilwell, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Martin Erdegaard, Ben Gibson, Chris Scott, Felix and Jordan Henderson. Evan Swift, I've kind of listed him for loan because I just think he's not going to get into this squad this season. And if he is, he's not going to get the games that we need him to try and progress. So if we can send him out on loan for the last part of the season, and he should get some good experience in there. As long as, obviously, Iniacho and Dolberg stay fit, then we've got Chris Scott coming in. Chris Scott's got 6 goals for the season. McCure's got 10. Dolberg is top scorer with 12. So we are slowly getting there now. So we don't really need him there. I think I'm going to probably sell Perez and Kazawa. Toussaint also wants to leave, and I've said that we can maybe sell him. And I'm half... I don't know. I want him to keep him around at the squad. He was injured as well, but we're going to leave him out. And probably if people come in for bids for him, we'll accept it. Klein is the better right back. He's 31. He may have another year out of him. And Trent Alexander-Arnold is the young lad who we'll give a few more chances to, really. Get him on the pitch a bit more. So that's how it's going to be. We're going to start off standards. Just playing out the defence, work the ball into the box, exploit the middle and play a bit narrower. Because we haven't got wingers. Why not? We're not going to play wide, are we? So let's get into this game and see how we get on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get this win. We're at home. We need to get a bit of revenge as well because Galatasaray did beat us the last time round. And again, like I say, confirmation there. if we do beat them, we will leapfrog them by 2 points and finish top of the group. Which again, we get a bit more money for that as well, which is nice. And especially as well, if we get a win, we get some more money in, because we need to get as much money as possible, because we are definitely in debt by a fair bit. So let's just let the assistant do the team talks. I don't know why I don't do any of the team talks. I don't do any of the team talks, any of the press conferences. I probably should start doing that. But I don't want to. I'm slowly getting better at resolving the player problems, though. Especially when people are wanting to leave and all that sort of stuff. I'm learning to figure out what are the right things I need to say. But Nick James, I tell you what, he's been playing class. And I looked at him stats-wise, and he's not far off as good as we've got a goal early on. And that is Klein setting up Iniacho, getting 1-0. That's what we want. Nick James is quality-wise. He's not that far off Chilwell. Chilwell's not that far off Kazawa, and Kazawa's aging a little bit. He's 31 or 29. I think he's 29 actually. And we've said if a bid comes in for him from Liverpool for about 11 million, 11.5 million, I'll accept it and I'll let him go, which is nice. What does make me laugh is that Chelsea are looking at. We're in here again, and he actually almost scored again. Chelsea are looking at Ndidi and trying to tout him away from us, and he came to me, indeed he did, saying that he wants to go there because he wants to play Champions League football. But in the league at the minute, Chelsea are nowhere near. They're 8th, I think. They're nowhere near going to get Champions League football. So I have said to, I think, Ndidi, Perez and a couple of other players that if we don't get Champions League next season, I'll sell them. So we need to finish in the top 4 as well. And I didn't show you the league table, actually. We are currently 3rd as well, which is nice. So we're going to have to try and either win the European Cup, this cup that we're in, to get into the Champions League, or finish in the top 4. And I kind of want to finish in the top 4. I don't want to finish 5th again for the 4th season in a row. I don't want to start that to be a thing. There's a shot there. It's gone wide from them. But 1-0 up, we're doing all right. McCule, I'm probably going to sub off at some point because he's having a couple of knocks here and there recently. I just don't want him to get injured because he's being a massive key part to this season so far. Dolberg is well and in actually. As long as I keep some of these players fit, we should be all right. But I definitely do need to look for some youth just to put on the bench. Well, not even on the bench, just to have as backup, especially for some of the cup games and thinking for the future as well. I'm pleased with that. I'm just going to tell him I'm pleased. Pleased with how things are. Keep it going. Only one person's delighted, which is Klein. So we started off well in this game. 3 minutes in, we got the goal, and then we've had most of the possession. We've just done well, which is good, and especially how bad we played against Galatasaray in the first time we played against them. I think, was it 2-0 or 3-0 they beat us by? So it wasn't ideal. But I am thinking maybe making a couple of early subs. What do I want to do? Iniacho's got the goal, but he's now dropped off a little bit. I think I'm going to bring on Chris Scott, which is good. And McCule, going to leave him a bit longer because he can still produce a bit of magic out there. And Martin Erdegaard can come on. In fact, no, I'm going to not do that. Felix can come on. I'm going to get more game time into him, actually. And let's give this a go. So 2 early on subs. Why not? Let's try and freshen up the team a little bit earlier. And we can just read the rest of the game. We'll leave the last sub for the last 10 minutes and give someone a bit of a run out near the end, just in case we get any injuries, because no doubt that's what happens with me. And Galatasaray are on the attack here. Are they going to get the cross in? They are, but Silva comes out and does collect it. I need to get some games in under Lopez as well, because he's kind of complaining that he's not getting any first team football, which is understandable because I have bought a better goalkeeper in. I don't know whether to maybe play him in the whole game next and rest Silva, but I don't really want to. Scott's in, and Scott gets himself a goal in Europe. That's a good goal from Scott, and I think was that Nick James that set him up as well. And if it was, the two youngsters combining, Dolberg passes it to Nick James, which is good, picks the balls up. crosses it in, and this is a good header from Scott as well. Just heads in, off the post and in. Again, bringing in the young lad Nick James, performing really well, which is quite good. Zuma's in. Zuma almost gets himself a goal. So again, maybe I should have played some of these players last season a bit more. Zuma's in again, and it's tipped over. We're looking dangerous when we put in these free kicks in. But I'm just looking conditioning-wise. Nick James is playing well, but he's 68%, 70%. And he's the one I think looks like he's struggling for condition. He has played a lot of games recently. I'm going to bring on Chilwell. Again, very similar in ratings, but Chilwell's been really good when he's played for us recently as well. So, not a bad swap. He can come on, and I think it's about time because I was going to leave. I'll cash him on him and Paul Perez as well. I'm going to have to get him sold because he's not got a look in at the minute at this club. He played really well for us last season, but McHugh's come in, knocked him out of the space. Felix is younger. We've got Erdegaard. So, yeah, I think Perez is going to be the one that's going to have to step aside. If we can get some decent money for him, 30 million or something like that, would be nice because it can get us somewhere back into the black because I think we're about £20 million in debt. And as long as I don't go stupid and try and spend that money in January on players that we don't particularly need, I think we'll be all right. And Chilwell with a throw-in, that's going to be full-time. We have finished top of our group, which is nice to see. We beat Galatasaray. A very, very good win for us. Well done. I'm happy with that. The players aren't that bothered, really, are they? So that's not good. How much money do we get? Let's just quickly have a look at that. I'll do that in a minute. So we get £320,000 for the win, $500,000 for getting first place. So I'm going to quickly cut to this whole game, guys. I'll be back in a second. Right, guys, we are back. For this whole game, we are away, and I've just rotated the squad a little bit, not a massive amount. Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be starting. Zuma's going to carry on playing. I've put in Gibson as well, just to give Holden a bit of a rest. Chilwell is then going to be starting. Toussaint and Ndidi Wilshere is going to be my midfield three, with Odegaard, Iheanacho and Dolberg up front. And again, just in between that little bit, Dolberg came to me and went, I want to go to Juventus because I want to play Champions League football. And I said, no, stay around. We'll do it this season. We'll get there. So again, he's going to be another player that if we don't get into the Champions League, we're going to lose. And I don't want that to happen. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I think if we do lose him, then, well, potentially we'll lose half this squad if we do not qualify this season to the Champions League. And if we have a look, there's still a chance, a very big outside chance, that we can win the league. We're only 5 points behind Man United and Arsenal. Well, 4 points behind Arsenal. But that, I think that's a bit too far off. If we have a look, we've got a bit of a gap now. So that's what, 4 points gap over Liverpool at the minute. Yes, they have a game in hand. So if we win this game or get a draw, we should win this game against Hull, really. If we don't, it's a bit poor, really. Hull are 15th. They're doing all right. They're not having a bad start to their season back into the Premier League. Wilshere to Ndidi, though, to Odegaard, to Iheanacho, and he doesn't get the pass off. And maybe it would have been a bad idea that I've rested some of the players, but I think I've got to get the rotation right because they're going to start moaning that they're not playing. So, ball over the top. Come on, guys. Right, Chilwell looking for the cross. He can find Iheanacho, and Iheanacho bags himself a goal. That's it. We go 1-0 up against Hull. And that will, as it stands, I think put us 3 points behind Man United, which is good to see. A good crossing from Chilwell. Definitely our left-hand side midfield is playing a lot better. I think Gazawa maybe have just been holding up. Yes, he's better stats-wise, but I think Nick James and Chilwell are fit to this squad quite nicely. And it's also good to see that I've still got a few of the original Leicester players kicking around. Yes, Gibson originally getting... Is he offside? Zuma score's been disallowed. He was offside. some of the original Leicester players around from this first season are still here, as in meaning I didn't bring them in, as in Chilwell's still here, Indeed is still here, and Iheanacho's still at the club as well, which is good to see. And Chris Wood has just scored against his former club. Again, not ideal. These are games we definitely should be winning. So if we don't beat Hull today, I think it's going to be a massive, massive dent in our fight for top four. We need to get a victory, really. But as I was saying, we've still got some of these players around. And again, if you look at my signings, Trent Alexander-Arnold, I signed in the first season, I think it was. Same with Ben Gibson. And they've been here for 6 seasons now. So they're definitely... I need to look at the favoured personnel list and see who's on there and who's doing what. And I've bought in Ben Gibson and he's not doing well, is he? 6.4. That's probably may have been a wrong move for me. Probably should have started holding, but I thought I'd give him a bit of a rest. Conditioning-wise, people aren't looking good. So half-time, 1-1. I'm just going to tell him I'm not happy. I'm not happy with the performance. Trent Alexander-Arnold looks stressed, but I'm going to give him a bit of a chance. I may have to change it round. I may have to bring on holding if Gibson's not going to carry on having a good game. We're still on standard, though. I might maybe go attacking, because we are the better side. So I'm just going to go attacking now, just to try and get an early goal this second half, and then I'll probably drop it back down to standard. But still, as things stand, we're still going to be on the same amount of points as Man City. They are drawing at the minute against Watford, which is all right to see. As long as they don't score, we'll be all right. We'll keep third place. We're not going to drop into 5th place unless we lose and Liverpool win their game in hand. And as the game ticks on, Zuma is looking a bit tired out there on a yellow card. And I think that's a red card waiting to happen. As much as I want to take off Gibson, I can't bring myself to do it. So I'm going to bring on Holding. I could always drop Ndidi in central defence because he can play there. And then bring on the likes of Jordan Henderson. I may give that a go. It's probably going to be a massive mistake me doing that. Swapping the 2 centre-backs around probably is going to be an absolute massive mistake. But we'll just give it a go and see how indeed he does as centre-back. He is, when he's in the team of the week, he is as a centre-back, not as a midfielder, which is odd to see. Right, who else can I bring on? Performing-wise, again, Iheanacho, Dolberg. I need to grab a goal. I'm going to have to bring on McCule. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Ernegaard's been playing really well. So do Wilshere off. Swap them 2 round. But yeah, maybe McCule. Maybe getting some Brazilian magic back on the pitch. And he can come on and just get a late goal for us, or at least get an assist. So when we do rotate the squad, we don't win, which is not ideal. And Man City are winning in their game now. Harry Maguire has actually scored for them. How much I'd love to have Harry Maguire back at this team. I did definitely try and sign him. It just didn't work. 1-1 though. It's not a loss, but it's definitely it's going to feel like a loss, this is. And it is going to end 1-1. And that's it, full time. Hull hold us to a draw. But I think we've moved up into 3rd. So Wolves actually must have had a late equaliser against Man City, which all in all has probably helped us out. You were not good enough today. We should have won that. Yes, we should have. So we're still in 3rd place. If we have a quick look. Man City, I think Man City must have done it. So we have a look at the table. Liverpool still have a game in hand. It's good. We just need to try and get the gap from 5th place. We need to get a few more wins. So we'll quickly... I think the draw is going to be for the cup. Here we go. Liverpool game's next. So we'll just see how they do. Hopefully, against Stoke Liverpool, that is a big game. We could do with just them drawing. That's what we could do. Just a nice draw for them. So let's just hold out and see what happens. 2-2, yes, a draw. Okay, that's exactly what we needed. So we have got lucky in today's episode with Man City drawing and Stoke and Liverpool drawing because they're on similar points. So we're still 3 points ahead of 5th place. So we've still got a kind of a game in hand, as in points wise, in hand on the likes of kind of Liverpool and Stoke. Chelsea, look, 25 points, they can still come back. So yeah, we're doing all right. I think I'm going to end the episode here because I'm dragging on a little bit. I'm going to come back. I don't know. I'm not going to do the FA Cup game. I'm going to play a few games and just see where I come back. Maybe the Man City game. I think probably Tottenham, Chelsea. Probably depends on how much I play. Probably going to be the Man City game, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you in a bit, guys.